What's up guys, Muugiwara here. Today I'm bringing you a deck build for artifacts. This is my personal deck that I make and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Now let's get to work. As you can see, we're running 10 spell cards, 8 trap cards, and we're running 22 monster cards, as well as 13 cards in the extra deck, 2 of which are fusions. Now, this deck has a lot of back row clearance. It's mainly destroying yours and your opponent's back row during their own turn to create anarchy and summon monsters. The way this works is we have Artifact Ignition. This card is basically MST, but after it's gone off, you can immediately set one of the artifact cards from your deck into your spell and trap card zone. We have Double Cyclone. This way we can kill your opponent's back row as well as your back row, meaning that you get to summon in your turn, in their turn, because you've just nuked their back row. We have Instant Fusion to be able to quickly just summon Panzer Dragon from our extra deck. It's our level 5 monster for quick rank 5 exceeds, because that's what this deck mainly focuses on. We have Pot of Dualities, which allow us to draw 3 cards from the top of our deck, choose one and add it to our hand. The other 2 will be added back to the deck and shuffled. This deck really mainly focuses on special summoning during your opponent's turns before your exceed summoning, so what you really just want to do is get your draw off before you make your plays, because it's going to be during your opponent's turn. We bring now Artifact Sanctum. Now this card basically, you special summon one artifact monster from your deck. It's just a free summon from your deck. It can be used during either player's turn, so it's basically better to use this during your opponent's turn to special summon. Once per turn, if your opponent destroys the card, I believe they cannot conduct their battle phase. Oh my bad, it's if you activate the card. Sorry, I've got people in the party trying to distract me. So, Call of the Haunted, we come on to this. This card is just a staple in most decks because you just free special summon from your grave in attack mode, which means you can activate any of their effects from your graveyard. Usually we're going to go for Moralltach because he's been limited to 1, sadly. We then go to Malevolent Catastrophe, the new heavy storm. Now the way this works is when your opponent's monster attacks, you get to nuke all spell and traps on the field, meaning you could essentially clear all 4 artifacts in your back row and just special summon pretty much almost full field. Now we go to one of our main draw cards, Absorbing Jar. Now, when you have a bunch of monsters face down, usually this is good when paired with Caduceus. You can nuke your own back row and draw up to 7-8 cards during your opponent's turn, so when you start off, you get a huge hand bonus. Though the only problem is your opponent also gets to draw depending on how many cards they had set in their back row, so it is a little bit of a glass cannon. We now move on to Artifact Achilleshield. When this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, none of your monsters can be destroyed by battle. It's a really good combo when you want to make sure that your monster can't be destroyed by battle, so it's nice and good to make sure that your card stays safe. We then go to Artifact Aegis, both of these being shields. Artifact Aegis prevents your monsters being destroyed by card effects, meaning that when card effect activates, your monsters will not be destroyed, so they'll be safe. So it's a good combo to summon both of them in the same turn when you want to go for your big move. Beagalltach, this card is just for destroying 2, so when he's destroyed, you get to special summon him and destroy 2 of them in your spell and trap card zone, meaning that you get 2 free special summons. Caduceus is one of the main draw cards in this deck. Every time you special summon while he's face up on the field, you get to draw cards for each one that's been summoned. Chakram is a good one who had to be substituted in because of the limiting of Moralltach, but he's pretty useful when a spell and trap card effect that activates a would destroy something is activated, you can return one of them from your field to your hand to special summon this guy. Failnaught is a great way to special summon them back to get them back from your grave into your extra spell and trap card zone, so when you special summon, they just go back there. Labrys is pretty good in the same reason as Chakram. So when an artifact is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. So he's also a hand monster, so... Now we go into Moralltach, the main guy of this deck. Now Moralltach is really good because when he's special summoned, he gets to instantly kill 1 card on the field, and he does not target. So cards like Obelisk are still able to be destroyed by Moralltach because he does not target. You select but do not target. Now Cardcar D, the way this card works, as you know you're going to be destroying cards in your opponent's turn to special summon your main monsters, you can Cardcar D to get 2 free cards, which is a pretty nice bonus, though it does cost you your whole turn. Overlay Booster is used because most of the cards in this deck do have over 2000 attack, mainly in your extra deck, so he's just a free rank 5 exceed. Same with Star Drawing, it's a level 4 that can be normal summoned, and when it's normal summoned, he can be treated as a level 5 for rank 5, as well as a free draw. Now to go onto the extra deck. Sadly, the extra deck isn't usable fully done because I'm unable to find Constellar M7, sadly, but when he's found, he will be put in this deck. I've already gone over Panzer Dragon. Ardeus is pretty good because as a rank 5, he has to free destroy one monster your opponent, well, one card your opponent controls. Durendal doesn't really get used too much. His effect lets you either shuffle your hand back into your deck, or you can use his effect to change your opponent's card effects to make sure that they destroy your card, so it turns your opponent into an MST. We go on to Pleiades, which is one of the most important cards in this deck. During either player's turn, you can bounce a card back. It is a really amazing card, and it's usually one of the main cards that you want to try and summon onto the field. When Pleiades usually runs out of overlay units, you would want to go into Gaia, the Dragon Thunder Charger. He's pretty good because he inflicts piercing damage and he just has a lot of attack points. You could either go for him or M7. You could go into Freezadon. Freezadon is also pretty useful because when you want to detach one, you can detach it from Freezadon instead of the actual card itself. It saves you time. Now, one of the OTK combos of this deck is to summon Volcasaurus. Now, Volcasaurus, you detach one and you get to destroy one monster your opponent controls, and they take the original monster's attack points away from their life points. But he cannot attack, so when he does this, you can kill a Blue Eyes, for example. Your opponent will take 3,000 damage, and you can overlay him with Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. It's a pretty nice combo, and it usually does inflict a massive amount of damage. But with this deck, you're mainly going to be drawing and special summoning lots and lots of cards. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will definitely be doing more deck recipes if you want to see it. Our next episode will be on Trap Tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, everybody, Muugiwara signing out. Have a blessed day.